Sun, the king, generates both powerful leaders and banks on earth. This is because Sun holds all the power, as banks hold all the wealth. Silvergate Bank, the California bank which served mainly crypto industry clients, detailed in a bankruptcy filing on Wednesday, September 18th, that its reason for closing on March 8th of 2023 was not because it could not meet regulatory capital requirements after the crypto industry downturn of 2022 and the rise in interest rates. Rather, it states that prior to closing, the Federal Reserve, FDIC, and OCC stated significant safety and soundness concerns for banks serving crypto players. Silvergate's assets were valued higher than its deposits after having downsized and sold long-term bonds at a loss to satisfy client withdrawals. But those statements by regulators prompted Silvergate's decision to close its operations. On Wednesday, September 18th, when Silvergate CAO Elaine Hetrick made the filing, Venus, who generates beautiful and powerful women on Earth, entered his own sign of Libra in the sky. Libra is the sign of the marketplace and generates fairness. Mars' location in the nakshatra of or fixed constellation of Ardra at the filing shows that a new long-term policy direction will result from such fighting statements by powerful women related to disruptive technologies. Mars generates battles and Ardra disruptive technology. 4 days after Silvergate closed, as you remember probably, U.S. regulators seized Signature Bank preemptively, another bank, to avoid a more pervasive run on the banks in the United States, as Signature was also experiencing elevated client withdrawals. Signature Bank differed from Silvergate in that only 20% of its deposits were from crypto clients. But in Silvergate's filing, CAO Elaine Hetrick again states that its seizure signatures was illustrative of the intense regulatory pressure faced by banks in the digital assets industry at that time. Interestingly, at a congressional hearing on Tuesday, September 24th, when Moon traveled with Mars in Ardra in the sky, another powerful woman, Hester Peirce, of the United States SEC, stated regarding the SEC's practice of using multiple terms for crypto, "We have taken a legally imprecise view to mask the regulatory lack of clarity." Generally speaking, from now until mid-May of 2025, powerful women will have the most impact on crypto-related policy matters. This is because until then, Jupiter, the planet who generates long-term policy, is traveling in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is Venus's sign, and as mentioned, Venus, who spins backwards, shines a bright, steady, pure white, and only shows up near the horizon, generates powerful and beautiful women on Earth. This is also the reason why appointing women, including, for example, Hester Peirce, to important positions from now until mid-May of 2025 will bring success to many long-term undertakings. Current political candidates worldwide who clearly commit to both women's issues and to delegating roles to women will have the advantage. That's because also Venus responds well when the person takes care of the women in general, like the women in general. And by the way, it's not just politicians, it's even in the private sector that people can benefit. If you are the CEO of a company and you have this in mind, you can get a lot of benefit. For example, if you have a charity budget and you dedicate that budget to women's causes, but at the same time, if you are headhunting for some specific roles, if you keep a special eye out I'm talking about like high level roles, like high executive level roles, and if you keep a special eye out for women candidates, then you can benefit. That's the astrology. This was the Sun Crypto Podcast.